Oh, what's this?
Please. Just when you're trying to figure out the release date for the final season.
Do you ever play with the idea that you're just an Alex Jones in the making? Like, what if he was super reasonable until some big, justifiably insane moment that just broke his mind and you're right at the edge of that cliff? We'll see.
Of Stranger Things, one of these banners pops up at the top of Wikipedia. Please don't scroll past this 1-minute read. It's a little awkward to ask, but this Thursday we need your help. It will soon be too late to help us in our fundraiser. Wikipedia is not for sale. We humbly ask you to defend Wikipedia's independence. 98% of our readers don't donate. They simply look the other way. If you donate just $3, you would help keep Wikipedia thriving for years. That's right, the price of a cup of coffee is all we need. Please donate now. It really matters. These banners exist in all kinds of languages. Wikipedia is asking for money all over the planet. Some of these wordings sound almost desperate, like Wikipedia is on the brink of collapse. Like one of the most amazing parts of the internet is about to shut down and urgently needs your cash injection to stay alive. But is that really true? What if Wikipedia was actually pretty rich? Wikipedia was founded on January 15, 2001 by entrepreneur Jimmy Wales and philosopher Larry Sanger. The original idea was to create an online encyclopedia with entries written by experts. But the founders launched and tested an early version of the platform where anyone could add or edit articles. That concept turned out to be a massive hit. Today, Wikipedia is one of the most visited websites in the world. In summer of 2024, it racked up about 6.7 billion visits per month. The platform has more than 61 million articles, with over 6.8 million pages in English alone.
Wow.
Since its inception, Wikipedia has never done ads. The platform has mostly been funded by donations. But these donations do not go to the millions of wiki editors who tirelessly write and edit the countless articles. They all do it for free. The money goes to the Wikimedia Foundation, or WMF for short. That's the non-profit behind Wikipedia. In the beginning, the foundation mainly focused on keeping the site running and paying a few employees. Occasionally, some wiki editors were also given financial support for specific projects. Then, in 2005, the foundation launched its first ever fundraising campaign. That was also the first time donation banners were used on the site. The initial goal was to raise $75,000. It was surpassed by almost $20K.
Wow.
Just a few months later, the next fundraising goal was set at $200,000, and it was quickly met. The campaigns became more frequent over the years. In 2010, Jimmy Wales was featured on many of the donation banners.
Jimmy Wales!
His personal appeal was meant to encourage more people to give. His face was suddenly everywhere on the platform. As a result, Wales became a meme. Either way, Wikipedia started growing so fast that Wikimedia genuinely needed more money every year. In 2013, the then deputy director of the foundation estimated their budget needs to be around $10 million per year. He said that would cover the operating costs for the website and allow them to keep pushing Wikimedia's mission through other projects and initiatives. And over the last 10 years, Wikipedia has still been frequently asking for money around the globe. Some of these banners sound like Wikipedia and its independence were in danger, like the site could go offline at any moment. But is that true? Holzkern is the sponsor of today's video and would definitely deserve its own Wikipedia page. The bio section would probably say that the Vienna-based designers are known for designing accessories that are sleek, stylish, and sustainable. They started out creating unique watches made from natural elements like wood and stone, like this one or that one. But that was just the beginning. Today, Holzkern also offers a range of accessories from jewelry to sunglasses and handbags, all crafted with an attention to natural detail and the environment.
Wow.
Through their small product line and their high-quality standards, they ensure a great longevity of their products. What we really like is that each Holzkern piece is one of a kind, thanks to the unique grain and marbling of the organic material.
Can I be honest with you? I am very super sus about like wood products. I know I was supposed to buy Yode wood watches at one point. I think like 10 years ago. Actually, I shouldn't say wooden products always, because maybe there are some wood ones. Let me be more precise, actually. I always wonder about products where the sponsorship gives you like 70% of the sale. Like there are some affiliates for physical products, at least. I can understand maybe for digital products because it's a digital thing. But there are some things where it's like, okay, hey, here, like promote this product, and for every, $200 in sales or $100 in sales, we'll give you, the advertiser, the streamer, like $60 for an affiliate plug. And it's like, what are your margins on this product that you can give me like 40, 50, 60% of the sale in affiliate revenue? What the fuck?
Materials. Plus, the wood used is either FSC certified or upcycled, and the company actively supports reforestation projects. Check out Holzkern and use the code FERNHK for an exclusive 10% off on all Holzkern products. Let's look at India for a second.
Isn't that what private internet access does? No, that's why I said for stuff that you have to make. I can understand software margins being really high because it's software. You can just, it's not technically, other than deployment costs on a server or whatever. I can understand there being larger margins for that because it's just software. But for physical stuff, I'm like, damn.
2/3 of the country's population live in poverty, surviving on less than $2 a day. Yet in 2020, Wikimedia's donation campaigns were asking for 150 Indian rupees. That's almost $1.80. The 2020 campaign urged people to defend Wikipedia's independence. Users were asked to help keep Wikipedia online and growing. The banners made it sound like Wikipedia really depended on these donations. During the pandemic, a regular donor in the US was contacted by the Wikimedia Foundation via email. They asked him to consider including the foundation in his will. The mail even included a direct link to a service that lets you draft a will in just 20 minutes.
Bitte scrollen Sie nicht weg. Viele Leute geben nichts und schauen einfach weg und wir brauchen Geld von Ihnen.
This is Andreas Kolbe.
Wait a second. Hold on.
He has been a volunteer editor at Wikipedia for over 15 years and is the former chief editor of The Signpost, an online newspaper within the Wikipedia movement. He has been criticizing the Wikimedia Foundation's fundraising campaigns for years, especially wording suggesting that
Wikipedia an akuten Geldmangel leidet und jetzt dringend Spenden eingefahren werden müssen, damit die Webseite weiterhin bestehen kann.
That may have been true 20 years ago, but it is far from accurate today. The Wikimedia Foundation is not struggling at all. In fact, it's doing better than ever. Since its founding, the revenue has constantly been growing. During the fiscal year of 22-23, the foundation raised roughly $165 million from over 13 million donations.
Damn.
The money comes from all over the world, but mostly from North America and Europe. At the end of that same period, Wikimedia had net assets worth almost $255 million, primarily in cash and investments like corporate bonds and treasury securities. On top of that, there's another $120 million in the so-called Wikimedia Endowment Fund, which is meant to ensure the access to free knowledge for future generations. But right now, those are just more investments like stock funds aimed at generating profits.
Die sagen quasi, it's awkward to ask. Und es ist überhaupt nicht peinlich. Wenn ich so viele Millionen in der Bank habe, dann ist es nicht peinlich, es ist unverschämt.
Only a fraction of the donations are actually used to keep the site running. The foundation already has enough money to maintain the servers for well over 100 years.
Damn.
If you invest some time to scroll through the website of the Wikimedia Foundation, you'll quickly see how well they're doing and where exactly the money goes. But the site currently only gets around 400,000 visits per month, compared to the 7 billion monthly visits on Wikipedia. Whoever reads those dramatic banners and decides to throw in a couple of bucks will most likely do so without digging deeper into the organization and getting the full picture. The contributions meant to help quote-unquote defend Wikipedia's independence mostly go to the 700 staff and contractors. In 2023, the foundation spent over $100 million on salaries and benefits. $3.1 million went to the hosting of Wikipedia and its sister projects. Many of these employees do not work in IT. Their job is not to keep the website running smoothly. They work in marketing, administration, and finance. To keep those donation campaigns running strong, the foundation employs a bunch of fundraising experts who specialize in exactly that. The foundation holds events and conferences all over the world. Money is spent on lobbying efforts. In 2023 alone, they also handed out $24 million in awards and grants. Some of the money went to other organizations that are not part of Wikimedia but share similar goals.
Durch das ganze Geld, was aber reingekommen ist, haben sich natürlich die Vorstellungen, was eigentlich die Mission der Wikimedia Foundation sein sollte, ganz rabiat verändert. Die Wikimedia Foundation möchte jetzt viel mehr sein als einfach nur das, was es sich damals vorgestellt hat.
Today, the WMF has little in common with the neatly defined project from the early 2000s. It now runs additional projects like the Media Archive Wikimedia Commons, Wikibooks, and even a species directory. There are also regional chapters like Wikimedia Mexico that focus on expanding articles in Spanish covering area-specific content. In 2021, the foundation launched a for-profit company called Wikimedia Enterprise. The goal is to give big tech companies easier access to Wikipedia content, whether it's through info boxes like these or through voice assistants like Alexa and Siri. Wikimedia Enterprise is set to become a major new revenue stream for the foundation.
Wow.
We reached out to the Wikimedia Foundation for comment when first reporting on the subject in 2022. We asked them why some of their campaigns have been so desperate in tone. That was a main area of criticism at the time. The foundation didn't really give us a clear answer on that one. However, they did emphasize that the WMF's reserve would only cover 16 months of operating costs for Wikipedia and its sister projects. We've already broken down what those operating expenses look like earlier in this video. The foundation also stressed that not everyone can afford to donate and that that's okay. Regarding the campaigns in India, they said many Indians use the encyclopedia and they just wanted to create opportunities for those who are willing and able to give. The current fundraising banners used in India also show that Wikipedia has lowered their suggested donation from 150 to 25 Indian rupees. The WMF added that they're constantly working to improve their fundraising effort and that they are in close touch with volunteers and community members.
Destiny, do you think this is bad? I can understand that the lies are bad, but everything else doesn't seem bad, though. I mean, I don't think they lied about anything. I think that, like, the biggest thing is that it just feels a little bit annoying that you're like, oh my God, donate our Wikipedia if you use it. Like, it feels like very urgent. Like, holy shit. Well, you can like argue it's kind of like a little bit disingenuous advertising kind of, but I'm pretty sure that like all these numbers that he's talking about, is Wikipedia doing these ads right now? Like I think all of this information about where the money goes is just, I think it's right on the site. I know that I've looked at this on Wikipedia before. Associated with WikiLeaks, nice. Is it on the Wikimedia Foundation site? I thought I saw like a breakdown. Oh. But I mean, like that. I mean, I guess you could argue that maybe they could make it more accessible, but I don't know. It's not like they hide any of this. I think the video is trying to say they shouldn't be e-bagging all over the globe on excessively large banners if they're already sitting on millions in the company account. I mean, yeah, I guess. But I mean, like, e-bagging is kind of how they keep their thing going. I think the biggest problem is that, not to be mean to you guys, I think the biggest problem is that people are just so reluctant to give money to anything online that you kind of have to e-bag. Wait, it was on the right side? Wait, where? You mean this? I'm talking about like a percentage breakdown. What were you saying, right side over here, or? What if their cash does only cover them for 16 months like the email said? I think the issue is that people feel like when you're donating to Wikipedia, it's to keep just the site alive. You didn't know that you're keeping this whole Wikimedia Foundation alive, which is probably, I think, a fair criticism. They don't make that like, that's not like super obvious to people because people don't look at anything, but.
Members. Obviously, it's totally fine to financially support Wikipedia. It's one of the best things on the internet. But it's not like the platform is going offline tomorrow if you do not donate today. It'll most likely still be around in 10 or 20 years. Money-wise, the foundation is pretty well set for the future. And that's not a bad thing at all. Wikimedia is a donation-funded foundation competing with services of major tech companies like Meta, Apple, and Amazon. And while hundreds of millions of dollars in assets may sound like a lot, it's peanuts compared to Google and the rest. Neither is it a bad thing to want to expand and start new projects. We ourselves are regularly drawing on Wikimedia Commons for our videos. But why not be upfront about it? Why push so hard for donations, especially in developing countries like India? Why pretend the website's independence is at risk? Is Wikipedia really considering running commercial ads? Or is that just clumsy marketing and emotional campaigning? Some calls for donation asked people to donate in support of the volunteer editors. In several Wikimedia forums, editors have...
Why, maybe I'm cucked, or maybe I just don't understand. But like, why couldn't Wikipedia just run ads like websites used to a long time ago? Like, why not just have, like, do, responsible ad implementing like websites used to before everything became so expensive? Like, just do like a Google text ad, like in a box like below this here. Like, you don't have to do the pop unders or the pop overs or the video player, all that bullshit now. Like, just like do like one ad. I bet they'd raise so much money from just like that. No? I don't know. Is this supposed to be a scandal or something? Doesn't every charity drive use similar tactics? I don't know. Or yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's like a huge scandal or anything, but this is Destiny's ideal Wikipedia. Just to be clear, let me reiterate this, and I'll say this as we all go hurtling over the cliff, okay? One of the reasons why the internet has become so dog shit now is because of how fucking entitled all of you fucking crybabies are about everything on the fucking internet. You guys want to ad block every single thing. You don't want to pay for fucking anything. You expect everything to be instantaneous, high quality, free to you, available across all of your devices with an infinite amount of choice on everything, right? Like, you guys don't even understand how unbelievably fucking privileged you are in terms of your access to anything. You guys will cry when the Spotify shit is like $14 a month or some shit. Another subscription. Bro, I remember having to buy CDs, okay? You know how annoying that shit was? Before iTunes? That was like $12, $13, $14, okay? Dustin, you're ass mad we're losing you money. I'm ass mad that all of the software that I use sucks now because of you. I'm rich. I don't care, all right, if you ad block me. Motherfuckers, but if you do ad block me, fuck you, and I will find you. Don't ad block me. But, just the whole internet, one of the reasons why they're like all the news websites are all paywalled, and why there's on the sites that do have ads, they're like the most obnoxious, horrible fucking ads ever. And why everything is turned into software as a service instead of just being able to buy a product. It's now like monthly subscriptions and all these other dog shit add-ons, is because people have to find other ways to raise money. So yeah, but you know. Software as a service is popular not because people won't buy things, but because it's more profitable. I think it's because you can't sell software for more money because people will lose their minds. Like, I think you guys all expect video games to still cost $60 a piece, despite the fact that video games were $60 a piece like 25 years ago. Like, even if they just kept up with inflation, $60 in 2000 to 2024. Like, even if games weren't more expensive to make, and even if we just made the exact same types of games or whatever, they should cost like at least $100 now, if not more. But if somebody retailed a game for $100, even if like GTA 6 came out, you would lose your fucking mind. It would be over. You would probably collectively seppuku. You'd all mass kill yourselves. $100 for a video game. Meanwhile, GTA 5 cost like, was it $500 million to create? GTA 5 budget. Am I making that up? Okay, $250 million. Holy fuck! This is why I just want them to make Internet 2, okay, where I can buy Windows for $400. Sell me a $400 license for Windows. I'll buy it. And there's no Windows Store. There's no Cortana. Don't sell me, just let me buy a piece of software. And then I'm good. That's it. Make Internet 2, where I can just like buy a subscription to something, and that's it. I don't have to worry about ads. I don't have to worry about whatever. I'll pay the money for it. Okay? That's fine. Like YouTube Premium? Yeah, I think YouTube Premium is fine. Just get on Linux then. I watched some fucking, do I want to call it a cringe video? I don't think this is for my audience at all. I don't know who this guy is.
I had finally snapped. My brain
James Lee, does anybody know who this dude is?
was on fire. For years now,
They're very dramatic videos, but
I've been infatuated with Linux. Ending my reliance on Adobe finally gave me the confidence to start experimenting with a new operating system, and I was determined to learn about the terminal, Flatpaks, and of course, Fisk. Something that I didn't quite grasp about Linux early on, but I've come to really love and appreciate about it, is that it's built for you to customize and really make your own. So you might think that there's missing features in the sound panel. Well, it's designed for you to install whatever sound panel you want. And people have made heaps of them. It's basic for a reason, and that's to give you a solid, lightweight base for you to build on top of. A popular distro is Linux Mint, and when I first used it I thought, I like the taskbar, I like the way the panels snap, I like the way it feels like Windows. But even all that stuff, it's just a pre-installed graphical user interface called Cinnamon, which is installed on top of Mint. You can change it to something else. You can make it feel like Mac OS, or have no user interface, or some interface that looks like something that you've never even seen before. And it feels so snappy. Why is it so slow on Windows to load a folder full of WAV files? And why does file search still suck? I used it on my friend's Mac OS.
I'm getting closer to this. I don't want to become that guy, but I'm like getting closer. I really don't like Windows these days. I don't like Windows because of like basic things that shouldn't be a thing. Like, one thing that I hate that's true for phones, and I've complained about this forever. Listen, if you're a Windows dev, here are just some things that I don't like anymore. I don't like the obfuscation of the file system. Now, I just might be an old guy, okay? And maybe I'm just used to how things used to be, but like I thought like tree structures were totally fine. They were A-okay. You click the thing, you go to the next folder, you click the thing, you go, and it's like trees, and it makes sense, and I get that. I don't know why we can't just stick with that. That was okay. And Windows forcing me to maintain folders with custom icons in my user folder? Why? Like, are you aware that you... Also, any integration... Xbox games and the Xbox, what's the shortcut for it? Is it Windows G? No. Oh, it is. Game and Cortana. I don't ever need this ever. I don't want this ever on my computer. I don't even know if you can truly get rid of it. I think you can only disable it and it gets re-enabled randomly with certain Windows updates. I don't want this on my computer ever. I don't ever want this. I don't need this. Okay? I never downloaded it. I never asked for it. When you go in the user folder, it will always have these folders. Did you know that you can't delete the videos and the pictures and OneDrive and download? You can't delete these folders because Windows will forcibly recreate them. I just, there's like so many little things in here that I fucking hate. Why can I not see the, I swear to God, I could do this in Windows 7. Did they change this? Did you know that you can't see the size of a folder? I can't arrange my folders by size? Other explorers that I download on Windows are able to do that. Why can I not ever see the size of a folder? They say because the way that the bullshit works, it would slow it down too much. But like, there should be ways to index the information or to do a read one time and then scan the folder for changes and then just display the size as long as there's no change. Like I know there are ways to do this. It's 2024, okay? There are so many things that I don't like about Windows now. I hate everything. I don't think I ever use this menu anymore. This is unusable to me. I don't even know how these apps are populated. I don't think I've ever used the window. I don't even need this thing on my hotbar. I don't need this. Remember when having WeatherBug was a sign that you were computer illiterate? I don't need all this. I don't know what any of this is. Like, yeah. I just hate it. I would pay 2, 3, 4 times whatever I need to like make it worth it to Microsoft to maintain a separate development branch or whatever. But like, just let me like, but yeah, I don't know. The more like all this stupid shit comes up, it makes me want to try like installing some distro of Linux and then configuring and fucking with it. I don't know.
It was instant. That was 20 fucking years ago. I love that Linux isn't giving me recommendations or pop-ups or trying to steal my shit. It just leaves me alone. And don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of headaches. And getting everything up and running is not exactly a wank in the park. But you know, a few years ago, you couldn't even run games on Linux. Now
if you move to Linux, I would assume that you would have a bunch of issues with audio and video devices, especially those using proprietary software. You know what? Maybe, but at this point, honestly, I feel like everybody's so fucking retarded. I bet it's not true. You want to know the hottest fucking take? Here's the hottest fucking take. I bet that the majority of headaches from Linux come from retards that download it and look for fucking Windows binaries and can't double click to install something. Or people that have no idea how to live inside of a terminal, or people that have no idea how to like Google and troubleshoot something. Like, I feel like the difficulty for it is probably dramatically overblown. Like, people will act like, oh God, this thing doesn't work with Linux and it's the most complicated shit in the world. I bet there's probably just some fucking library or some dependency or some environment you just probably download, and it's probably not that hard. I bet it's all probably overblown. Also, I feel like there's so much support for everything these days, but who knows? Maybe I'm totally wrong on that. I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just really don't like... I really don't like Windows right now. Man.
Most of them run fine. It's just such a good time to jump on board, and things are getting more compatible as time goes on. Thanks, Gabe. But the thing I like most about Linux is that despite the headaches trying to get everything to run, there's a real sense of passion and optimism and community. It feels like technology, made by humans, for humans, brings a freaking tear to my eye. It reminds me of when I was just...
Linux will make you like Windows, let's just say that. Like, I'm pretty sure that there's probably guides on the internet that will let you install a distro of Linux that probably has all the same GUIs and shit to make it look and run like Windows anyway, sans all the annoying shit. Like, I'm sure that's out there.
All the things you could learn made me realize how much I've missed that sense of passion and optimism about tinkering around with technology. Yeah. I'd really recommend just installing Linux Mint to a USB stick, running it off that if you want to try it out. Don't worry, Oni. You won't break anything. So everybody's been dunking on Adobe and Microsoft lately. I think that both companies have become a symbol of just the general hatred that we all have towards...
No one cares. You're too stubborn for Mac, yet you're the legit target market. Rich guy who doesn't play video games anymore, who does AV production, podcast. I don't know. I've tried... I'm so used to, I think, the Windows environment. I'm not used to navigating the Mac stuff. So I don't know. The issue is that you're going to have one device that isn't well supported on Linux that causes a bunch of issues and it just works on Windows. Yeah, but like today, I feel like CPUs and everything are so fucking powerful. And don't CPUs literally have like hardware virtualization that are like built into the fucking, like built into the schematics of the chip? Like, is it really, if you really need to run some Windows shit, is it that hard to spin up a VM and just run it inside of another environment? Like, is that impossible? Or the thing is, like, there used to be a time when virtual machines and dual booting and doing things on the computer was like really hard because everything was so resource intensive and the chips sucked and it was just so much. But like, is it really that difficult? I don't know. Maybe there is. Maybe it isn't. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. Fuck off. I've never used Linux before. Most of the annoyances you showed, you can remove anyway, Destiny. Okay. This is such a naive take. There are super good reasons why a lot of the things exist the way they do in Windows that you just don't understand. You say that, but I know why they exist that way, and it's probably just because Windows makes more money that way. That's probably it. And then they can sell the OS for cheap, or they can give it away and just get people into the software as a service environment. But